Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So it's that time again, our usual Saturday Night Live. I'm running a little bit late, but that's just the story of my life, isn't it? So I better turn that off before we keep getting interrupted. So let's see who pops in. Yeah, I'm knackered today, absolutely shattered. What do you get? What do you get? You get someone horning outside. Okay, so we've got one person here. Oh, let's see who's here. Mike's Hobbies is here, and Dave's here. How are you doing, man? Long time no see. Frank Caldwell's here. Sorry, guys, I'm running a little bit late, but yeah, I'm absolutely shattered today. Um, Mike, how are you doing? The president's in the house. We've got the president of Chickenlandia here. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. How are you doing, Dave? You're good. Nice to hear. Jerry Ackland's here. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. I hope you're well. Um, yeah, Mike, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Just a bit tired though. Um, we've been working at my sister's house again. So we've been decorating, uh, painting. For the last few days, I've been uh, planing and sanding a wooden floor. And today managed to finish sanding it and get the first coat of varnish on. So I'm absolutely shattered. I'm good but tired. This YouTube game is tough. Yeah, tell me about it. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. What are you finding difficult at the moment? So Dave's back. Dave's been away for a while, but he's back now, and it's good to see him back. Yeah, I've been missing you, man. Da, 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 da. So I think the hardest part is balancing making videos and family life, especially with young kiddos. Yeah, I, I know how you feel on that one. I agree with you with that. Um, Mike's allotment is here. How are you doing, man? Thank you very much for coming in. What I've done a few times is when I'm in the garden, um, and I'll spend the whole day in the garden. I'll make two or three videos at the same time, and then I'll edit them through the week and then release them in piecemeal. I think I've been putting out three videos a week for the last few months, and I'm finding that kind of pace hard to keep up with. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. I think three videos a week is quite a tough order. Um, so yeah, you do miss that time with the kids, and especially when you do filming with them as well. When you're filming something and they just burst in, it's never easy. I know, but I need to do that, but just can't. My hair never looks good for that. Never looks good for that long. Uh, it's just not. I don't have the creative energy to do more than one at a time. Mike saying I struggle with one a month. Never fear, fish is here. No, oh, I got it wrong, man. Never fear, Bish is here. Sorry, I got it completely wrong. Oh man, um, the kids are great. They grow as fast as the veggies. Yeah, they're brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant. I mean, yeah, we were trying to. Do you know that my last video that I put out, the cooking video, um, that it took a lot longer to video simply because the little baby was coming in every few minutes and screaming in the middle, or he wanted to take something, or he wanted me to pick him up, or he wanted my wife to pick him up, and because of that, it just dragged the process out from being a half an hour job into close to an hour job. Brian's here. Brian, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Dojo, you big chili pepper. If anyone hasn't hit that like for me as you're coming in, please hit that like for me. Um, yeah, Dojo Dave Fenwick. That's Dojo's allotment specialist. How are you feeling, Brian? How's your knee? And cooking video, I'll have to see that one. I get so annoyed when kids interrupt my process. Though I need I need to be better about that. I get, and it's hard to focus once they do. Do you know, once they come in and then they interrupt you, and then you try and get back to what you were saying, or try and get back to focusing on what you were doing. It's not easy to switch off and then switch back on, switch off and then switch back on. It's not easy at all. Um, Brian's knees aching. Are you up and about now? Are you still bedbound? Sufia Devan is here. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Thank you very much for coming in. Mike's allotment Mike's allotment missed you. Um, Bish, do you know Mike's allotment? Because it's not Mike from Mike's greenhouse. Mike's greenhouse is here. He posted a few minutes ago. Mike's hobbies. Couldn't stay in bed forever. It's boring. Yeah, yeah, and you're used to being so active as well. You're Monty's cooking me a candlelit dinner on our next date. I can't wait. Yeah. What we could do is we could have like a picnic by the river. That's not a bad idea. What do you say, Bish? Um, Backyard gardening is here. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Thought I'd get out of bed. Thought I'd get out of bed and give the wife grief. I bet she was glad having you out of the way for a bit. Uh, Mobius is here. Hello, my family garden, new subscriber from Islington, London. Thank you very much for coming in. Very much appreciate it. So you're in London. Have you got an allotment? Do you garden in your backyard? What tell us about yourself. Um, I'm not even gonna read that out, Bish. uh, when's the hair and beauty start? Sam's allotment diaries here. Kathy Jackson's here. Hello, happy. I didn't miss this. Thank you very much for coming in. Really appreciate you coming in. Um, he's naughty, ain't he, Bish? Bish is proper naughty sometimes. Um, I can't. Yeah, Bish is taking me fishing in the spring. I don't do cold, so I can't be sat on a riverbank when it's cold. So it'll have to be spring when it warms up. But Bish is taking me fishing, so meet up with Bish part two. And if you remember how the last one went, yeah, this one's gonna be fun. Dojo's allotment specialist, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a great one. Everybody, please welcome any new people. Yes, please welcome any new people. Good. It's always nice having new people here. Um, I thought tonight was the makeup tutorial. Well, I've started cooking, so why not? Why not? Soon enough. Kathy, so where are you based? Are you in the UK? Are you in the US? tell us a little bit about yourself. Um, allotment life. Good to see you again. Sophia's laughing. Bish gets nutty. He's naughty. Uh, the president saying, I mean, if you do a makeup tutorial, I'm definitely watching that. You want me to do? You really want me to do a makeup tutorial? I could do one. You know, I could do one. Kathy Jackson's in the US. Dojo's allotment specialist doing good, thanks. Plane Spotting Aviation's here. Thank you very much for coming in. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like for me as you come in, I'd really appreciate it. We're at 16 people going strong. This is awesome. Mobius, I have a tiny council garden. I built my own elevated raised bed at waste level last summer, and now I've got gardening bug. Tomatoes, figs, blueberries, garlics, onions. I had great results. That's awesome. Um, we planted some fresh blueberries last autumn. Hopefully next year they'll start fruiting and we'll get some flowers on them. Um, but that little allotment sounds beautiful. Most of the guys that come in here, they're all allotmenteers. So yeah, you're in good company. 1.5 million views off the bat. 1.5 million views off the bat. I didn't get that. Um, Enjoy your videos, very educational. Thank you very much. That's a very nice thing to say. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you very much for hitting that like. Heather Foley's here. Heather, long time no see. I hope you're well. Thank you very much for coming in. Um, you were just watching Vivi's garden. What was happening in Vivi's garden? Um, Lindsay's here from My Little Bit of Peace. Another one, another awesome creator here. I'm here, but not. Be right back. Not a problem, Linz. Selwyn Rhodes is here. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. I hope you're well. Selwyn, I think this is the first time you're in my live. So introduce yourself to everyone in the stream if you'd like. I meant a makeup tutorial would get 1 million views off of that. I do, yeah. Oh no, that yeah, that'll be funny. It would be funny. I've been drying some shiitake mushrooms I found local. That's amazing. I've done a couple of mushroom hunts. We went mushroom hunting last weekend, uh, and we found loads of mushrooms, loads of different types, loads of turkey tails, um, trooping funnels. Now that after I found them and I left them and I came back and I found out they're a nice edible actually. So I was planning on going back for them yesterday, but it's been pouring down with rain for the last 2 days. And if any of you know me, you know that I don't do rain. I don't do rain and I don't do cold. I can handle a little bit of snow, but not too much. I'm a fragile being. Um, Not forage wild like yours, but still awesome. See, Heather, I didn't forage. I didn't bring anything back really, apart from a few chestnuts, because I didn't know what the mushrooms were. 100%, I wasn't happy on bringing them back. And the one that I was confident about was way off. Yeah, like I found some chicken of the hen of the wood, sorry, and they're a lovely eating mushroom. But yeah, they were way past edible stage when I got to them. Good luck with your winter gardening as well from backyard gardening. See, I shut my most of my garden down for the winter. Most of my garden, apart from having cover crops on the beds, most of the stuff out there is either now it's pretty much coming to an end. The last few bits of life, so I use winter for building on my infrastructure. Happy Pepper's here. Happy Pepper, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. It's been a while. If anyone hasn't hit that like for me, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like, we've got 18 people in the house and we're going strong. 12 likes, that's not bad. Um, I don't do rain either. Too bad in Washington State. President, it's been raining non-stop for the last all this autumn's probably been the wettest autumn I've seen for a long time. Where it's been really bad. We've been having a lot of rain. My garden's completely sodden. Um, the soil actually squelches when you step on it. That's how much rain that we've had out there. I want to cut the grass, but if I get that lawnmower out there, it's gonna get stuck every few seconds. Mike's allotment, Morbius. I'm in southeast London. Uh, a bit light on the lipstick bit. Brian's another one with a wicked sense of humour. Brian, I've done a video. I'll try and get it up on Monday. It's a little tour of some mushrooms growing wild in my garden. And do you know how you were saying you'd never seen a magic mushroom before? So I've done a little video for you about these magic mushrooms. So hopefully you can see a magic mushroom. I find that so as I was saying, I find those sometimes, but if not in their prime, no hen of the woods or chicken of the woods. Exactly. Yeah, I found a lot of good eating mushrooms, but they were all way past the edible stage. I found quite a few turkey tails. Yeah, I found quite a few turkey tails. Um, I found quite a few magic mushrooms as well. um, a lot of ink caps or ink cap family. Um, but I'm lucky. Well, ink caps cause quite a bit of can be quite poisonous if someone consumes alcohol in either side. 48 hours either side of consuming an ink cap. I mean, I don't drink, but even then, ink caps have been taken off the edible list recently because they contain some cancer-causing properties. So that's one of the. It's a very common mushroom, but sadly, it's not a choice edible anymore. It's worrying all the rain. I live in a flood zone. Been on alert for the last 2 weeks. Are you by the river, Sam? Waded through 6 inches of water to get to the studio. See, Bish's garden gets flooded quite bad. He did a video about 6 months ago ish where he was using what they call sieves to fish for tadpoles that were swimming about in his garden. I thought you were getting a bit excited, Monty. Sure you weren't eating the magic mushrooms. Brian, I'm sure I've not been eating the magic mushrooms. I might have given my finger a lick afterwards, but um, see, shaggy ink caps, they're a good edible. But we don't get shaggy ink caps around here. It's more common, you know, the common ink caps. I'd be too nervous about bringing mushrooms back from foraging just in case I bring back something poisonous. See, Sophia, what I've been doing is I've been out on a few trips foraging, looking at mushrooms and finding out. But I take lots of pictures of a mushroom when I go out and find it, and then I come back and I check it out and compare it to the ones in the books and the ones online and find out what um, similar looking mushrooms are like. And if I'm not 100% sure, then I just won't go back for it. But there's a few that I'm quite confident that I can identify now. So I've learnt a couple. Um, well, so Selwyn's saying I'm in Essex, but watch your video on leaf mold as it's that time of year. Great video, thank you, Selwyn. That's a really nice thing to say. Thank you very much. Um, the leaf mold, it's coming up to leaf mold season. It's a shame because I I've got this massive sycamore tree at the bottom of our garden, and there's a couple of ash trees and as well as my fruit trees. But everything's dropping the leaves, and we're getting lots of leaves blowing in. But the sycamore, for some reason, it's holding on. It seems to be holding on to its leaves a lot longer this year. Normally, by this time of the year, the garden's sort of brown with leaves, and all I have to do is get the lawnmower out and just hoover them all up. But this year, for some reason, the leaf drop seems to be a lot later. Have you done any spore printing? Not yet. Not yet. I haven't done any spore printing yet. I I haven't brought any mushrooms home yet from outside. Uh, the ones that I've identified as edible or the ones worth bringing home, I've always left them where they are and then come back and then done my research from the pictures that I've taken. So I need to get out there again. Madam President, thank you very much for spending some time with us. That's Welcome to Chickenlandia. Awesome channel, great content, lots of brilliant information about chicken keeping. Lovely person as well. So you take care, and we'll see you soon. West Haven, always and forever. Uh, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in all the way from Connecticut, USA. Just shared on my community tab. Thank you very much. That's a very kind thing of you to do. How are you doing this evening, and what have you been up to? I see chanterelles up on the mountain, but again, they're not in their prime. See, let me just get comfy, guys. Sorry. A lot of things don't see. Yeah, they seem to be coming to their end at the moment. Mrs. Greenthumbs here. Thank you very much for coming in. Long time no see. I hope you're well. Um, I'm explore prints even when I know they're not edible just because the prints are so pretty. Okay, okay. See, Heather, I'm a complete novice. I'll say that I'm a complete novice when it comes to mushroom hunting, and I'm just basically learning. So I've learnt a couple of mushrooms, and I'm just hoping to build on that just a few at a time. I've got a nice mushroom book that's been ordered. Hopefully it'll arrive on Monday. We'll have a look at that. Sam's asking, are you any good at making onion barges? We can make onion barges here. We do make decent onion barges, but they're not anything like the ones that you get in the restaurants and takeaways. But yeah, they're slightly different. Um, Mrs. Greenthumb, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. I'm a bit tired today. We've been decorating over at my sister's house. Um, so so I'm quite tired. But yeah, I'm doing all right. Um, hope. Yeah, Heather, it is. It's a real. It it's a challenge. It's not easy to learn because there's so much to learn. Um, the ones with dal. See, I don't like those ones, Sophia. I don't like the ones that are made purely with dal. I like the ones that are made with a mix of potatoes and onions. So yeah, more like pakoras. Um, so we've been decorating my sister's house. Um, there's a video I put out just on the garden a few weeks ago. Well, probably about 6 weeks ago now. Um, initially she wanted me just to fix the garden up, but the house was completely wrecked as well. My sister's got a house that she rents out to tenants, and the last lot that we're in, they were quite bad. They completely wrecked the place. So we're just coming to the end of decorating. Yeah, Kathy, it was a complete mess. So what I've been doing is just so she can get the house. I've got most of the stray trees growing out, and I've got the garden into a decent shape, ish. There's still quite a bit of work, but we've been working on the inside. Um, so we've had the whole house plastered again, paint. So we finished painting it. Um, my job for the last couple of weeks has been stripping down a wooden floor. So I planed that down, finished sanding it today, and I got the first coat of varnish on that wooden floor. I think that looks quite nice actually. I really like the way that wooden floor is looking. It, I will admit I think it looks quite nice. Um, did your sister move in? No, she's not. She's not gonna move in. My sister, she sort of lives in Australia, but she pops over. She, I don't know what she does actually. I don't know if she's made up her mind whether she lives in Australia or she lives here, but she's here for a bit and there for a bit. It's nice if you can do it, innit? Tony O'Neill's here. Look at that. First time I've ever he's coming to my live stream. That's amazing. Thank you very much for coming in. Everyone knows Tony. Yeah, UK, here we grow. Everyone, yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. We've got a major YouTube celebrity here, uh, and it's brilliant to have you here. That's nice. That's all right. You've thrown me off a bit now. You put the pressure on. um, so Bish is back with peanut butter with a peanut butter sauna. Um, Sam, I missed what you said. Well, the garden that something about the garden. So sorry, I think I started buffering for a second there, but I'm back now. Uh, Heather's laughing at me because she's saying I'm blushing. Bish is welcoming everyone. Nice one. Um, so, how's everyone's autumn prep going for the garden? What are you all up to apart from foraging and cooking and all that sort of stuff? I'm new to this gardening malarkey, but even I'm a fan hurling. Yeah, you need to get some videos, Sophia, of your garden up. So yeah, we could have a look at what you're growing. See, Bish doesn't share, you know. Did I manage to get some of your cake, Bish? See, Bish took me for some cake and tea and cake the last time we met up. Honestly, he got me a slice of cake, massive chocolate cake. It was like this, and on the sign it said vegan chocolate cake. And do you know, with the size of the vegan chocolate cake, I kept on saying vegan chocolate cake as though that'd make it have somehow make it have less calories in it. But it was lovely. Honestly, it was a massive. It was massive, but it was a proper nice slice of cake. I think you. So yeah, Bish don't share. I see Tony saying everyone needs to make videos. Ne- so you're giggling, setting the wife's parrot away, laughing. Brian, we hadn't seen your parrot before. I'd like to see your parrot. No, your cake was as big as your head. See, that's what you kept on saying, but it was a nice piece of cake that. I had vegan chocolate cake. Somehow saying vegan makes it sound healthy, doesn't it? Um, needs to be GF for me. What does GF mean? I was watching you today, Tony. Your plot is huge. He has got a nice plot. He has got a very nice plot. Um, what's GF mean? Ah, gluten free. Okay, okay. I was saying my landlord just bought a new house and the garden needs fixing up. He's thinking of getting me to fix it up for her. That's all right. You've been saying for a while that you wanted to get into doing gardening for a profession, so that won't be a bad job for you. Do you fancy doing it, Sam? The parrot has no breast feathers. I call him oven ready. What has he got an actual name? See, Brian's classic with his one-liners. Absolutely classic. Charlie. Does he talk? I bet you've taught him some swear words though. I can tell that you've. I know. Before you've even said it, I know that you taught him some swear words. How is here from Food Forest Permaculture? Thank you very much for coming in. It's been a long time. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. How are you keeping? Brian, you call him oven ready. What does he call you? I bet. Like the wife, he never shuts up. You're lucky she's not watching this. Otherwise, yeah, she'd give you somewhat for that. Uh, I never swear in the house. Brian's a true gentleman, you see. So Tony and Howie are saying hello to each other. You used to own my own gardening business. The best money came from maintenance contracts for landlords. Bish, you used to do a lot of garden clearing, didn't you? So you, well, Monty, and harvest is almost done. How are you? Um, yeah, pretty much the same. Just coming up to the last bits of harvest. I've still got some potatoes that I need to pull out. The plants have died long way back, but all my tubs and my tires, I need to pull them out. I know, Brian, you're going to tell me off for the tires, but I promise this is my last year of having them, and I'll get rid of them. But yeah, I've got loads of potatoes. My carrots. Um, I've still got loads of carrots in the ground, so I need to pull them as well. Just need to get some time before so I can get in there and do it. But I've just been so busy over at my sister's house for the last 6 weeks or so. Every weekend I'm over there, either working inside or working outside. And so when it was sunny, I was outside, and when it was dry, I was outside, and otherwise I was inside. I use ties in my garden. See, Heather, I've used ties for a while, but Brian from Allotment Life, he used to work in a tire factory, so he's explained to me a few times about the amount of chemicals that go into tires. Um, so I think I'm gonna start coming to an end of using those tires. It's not a bad suggestion, that, Linz. I was thinking of moving some more of my bamboo into the tires because I've got some bamboo that needs planting. So I was thinking about using the tires for that. I've got to sort my tunnel out big time. No, that's going to be a massive job in itself because your tunnel's massive. Because I remember a while back when you were washing it with a blanket. Uh, yeah, so uh, think me and a think me and Bush need a good talk from the sounds of things. Sam, you're not far from each other either. He's only in somewhere around Brum, so he's not far from you as well. Here on Vancouver Island, we dig out the spuds when needed. Carrots and sunchucks are left in the ground. Don't freeze much here. See how the bed that I had my potatoes in, I'm using for garlic this year. So I emptied that bed out, and we've still got loads of garlic potatoes in the shed that we're slowly chipping away at. Um, sorry for that one, Brian. That was my attempt at a one liner, mate. Um, so storm smashed my sunchokes. This is the first time I'm growing. First year I'm growing Jerusalem artichokes. Um, Kelly from my UK homestead sent me some Jerusalem artichokes at the start of the year, and I planted them in a bucket. And the plants are starting to, the leaves are starting to turn yellow, so I think I'll pull them soonish. Uh, Bish is gonna be right back. He's gonna move his pump around. Okay. Yeah, so Tony's going to use his blanket skills to clean his greenhouse again. Do you have a front garden? Oh, I've got a front garden. It's not a massive front garden. It's quite small. Gets very little sun. It's a north. It's pretty much north facing garden. Um, so it gets very little sun, and we've got hedges all the way around. So we've got flowers in there, a few rose bushes, but they're like in a small stone retaining wall. So it's like a slight raised bed, but made out of rockery stones and stuff. Stephanie Valdez is here from California. Thank you very much for coming in. Very much appreciate your visit. If anyone hasn't hit that like for me, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like for me, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. So sunchokes, Jerusalem artichokes are great. I've never had one before, so it'll be interesting. I know everyone likes to call them farty chokes, but we'll see. I have to we made up put spun plastic on the citrus. Will freeze next month, 2 or 3. Okay. Um, so Brian didn't grow chilies this year. Why didn't you grow? How comes you didn't grow any chilies this year, Brian? Stephanie Valdez, welcome to the stream. Bish doing his job. Thank you very much. You okay, sweetheart? So the kids, my daughter's at P. Oh man. Oh that Tony, thank you very much. That's really kind of you. That is really kind of you. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Um. See, he's come in. He's honoured me with his presence, and now he's dropping super chats as well. So yeah, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. So Sophia's laughing at my farty chokes. Apparently they make you a bit windy. Um, so I lost the seedlings and found them when it was too late. Ah, okay. So Lindsay's laughing at my. Yeah. Well, if anyone doesn't know, UK Here We Grow, Tony from UK Here We Grow, go and say hello to him. If someone wouldn't mind just popping his link in there. If anyone doesn't know him, just go and say hello to him because he's a great guy. Yeah, absolutely brilliant guy. Um, Stephanie, hope things have calmed down with the fires over there. Are you close to where the fires are, Stephanie? So they're stunning roasted. That's a good. We'll try that then. Because I was thinking, can you use them like a potato? Do you use them like a potato, or Can you make chips out of them? Because if you can't, if you everything I want to make chips out of, we'll be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, midnight your time, and UK Here You Grow. You're awesome, Tony. Much love and respect. Bish, can you do me a favour? Can you grab Tony from UK Here We Grow's link and just drop his link in the chat for me? Um, if anyone doesn't know him, go and say hello to him. Pop over and check out his content. Absolutely brilliant. My artichokes are not the flowering type, apparently. Which artichokes have you got? Have you got the Jerusalem artichokes or the globe artichokes? Mike's allotment, not much. Monty's giggling. I'm always giggling. No, I know, Tony. You didn't need to. You didn't need to drop that super chat, and that was really kind of you. So thank you. I wouldn't eat my artichokes and give them to the dog every time she passed wind. She left in the air. Brian's proper naughty man. He's proper naughty man. All plants flower. I nearly said all plants flower. Yeah, pressure cooked with curry sunchokes gets the gas out unless you can wait for 1 or 2 months of cold weather. We'll take it out. We'll take out the gas. So how would you leave the artichokes in the soil in the cold, or do you pull them out and leave them in the cold? Jerusalem times. But apparently you get a flour and non-flour type. Ah, okay, okay. Um, See, mine look like they're starting to die now, so I think I'm gonna pull them soon, and I think I'm gonna do a ginger harvest soon as well because my ginger plants, um, as tall as I am. I mean, which isn't massive, but it's as tall as I am. So I've had a little feel around inside, and I can feel something uh, that's a bit bigger than what I started off with. So um, if I get a few minutes before the frost sets in and before we get some cold weather, I'm gonna pull my ginger. Uh, so I'm looking forward to that. That's the thing that I'm looking forward to most over the next few weeks. Just popped over to UK Here We Grow. Check out the channel, guys. Thanks, Bish. Appreciate that. So Stephanie's not too close to the fires where I am. However, I'm in the fire zone, and if the wind picks up today, and how how careless some people are, it could get bad. Were the fires started by just people leaving fires out, leaving campfires unlit or something? Is that what caused them? Uh, Thoughts and prayers are with you. Nice one, Sam. Always a pleasure to see you, and learning your channel is awesome. Howie, that's a very nice thing to say. Thank you very much. Uh, they're a permanent bed. You can leave them. Uh, Tony, I think I missed the start of that comment. They're a permanent. Um, or were you replying to my question about the Jerusalem artichokes, leaving them in? I've just grown them in a bucket, so they're just in a bucket. I want to pull some and see what they're like, and yeah, I think I might do what you're saying and just put some more put them back in there to sprout again next season. But I want to taste one and see what it's like. Can't believe you managed to grow ginger in the UK. It's taken me a good few years of practicing. Every year we plant them, and it either turns to mush or it just sits there and does nothing. But but I spoke to one of my relatives in Bangladesh, and they were saying what they do is they soak the ginger overnight before they plant it. So that's the thing that triggers it going into sprouting. Um, and then you give it a drought condition, and that'll force it to sprout. And once we tried that, it just really worked. So yeah, just a little trick from them, but works here. Come on.
Mummy's Amma said I can come.
Amma said you can come. Okay. Um, thanks, Howie. Try to give as much advice as possible. Make it worth people's time viewing. Everyone's time is the most important commodity they have. At least they can do is make. At least I can do is make it worth it. Yeah, I like that philosophy. I like that philosophy.
Which one's allotment life?
Allotment life's Brian.
Which one?
There. Tony's channel is brilliant. Yeah, it is. Leave them in the ground.
13
and
people have in 15 likes.
Yes. So leave them in the ground and use as needed. Sunchokes, yakon, donjing, and okra dug out here as needed. Yakon, donjing. I don't know what they are. I'll have to Google them and have a look at what they are.
What's
The red shed. How are you doing? Thank you very much. You're new to the channel. Thank you very much for coming in.
red shed?
What's a yakon donjing?
Yakon Donjing.
So ginger will grow in the greenhouse here. Got a rocket stove grow. What you want in the greenhouse? Cob oven for heat is fantastic. See how I was thinking. Do you know when I get round to building my man cave that I've been promising myself for the last few years? I want to move my chicken house off some concrete foundation, and once I get that concrete foundation cleared, I'm gonna build a little cave there, and I want to put a nice rocket mass heater in there and keep it like a man cave slash grow house. I managed to grow Ginger in the UK. She's 22 now. No greed. See, he's quality with his one-liners, isn't he? Uh, Bish is saying hello to you.
Where?
Hiya, Mini Monty. You see, uh, Yakon,
What's
Dugon,
high
Ocker are all
mini
tubers.
Monty?
I know Ocker.
What's mini Monty?
Does anyone grow taro or elephant ears or edos
Elephant ears. What
or
elephant
edos?
ears?
See, we grow them. We grow them here because you can eat the whole plant. And if you get the conditions right, they'll send out a runner, and those runners are absolutely brilliant. They're like asparagus, but they're absolutely amazing. Brian saying, "You're Mini Monty, young lady." Okra stunning to have some to pull, but waiting for the frost to kill the tops. Great in
Got
salads.
them to go with
Tastes
the
like
bananas. What's this? Got them to go with the bananas.
So I've never had okra. I remember I think Kelly did a video about them, and so did Liz Zorab. She did a video about okra a while ago. So yeah, but I've never had. It's one of those veg that I've never had. But it,
Me
so
too.
Tony, do you know you're saying you got them to go with the bananas? Are you talking about Edos? Uh, I don't know why I pay rent on my house because I live in my man cave 99% of the time. Sam, have you got yourself a proper man cave? Because I'd love one of them. I mean, when we moved into this house, I got myself a shed. So nice. I think it was about 12 foot by 10 foot something wooden shed, and you can't step foot in there anymore. Yeah, you can't step foot in there anymore because it's just full of stuff. It's become like a storage, extended storage for the house. I can't even get in there to get my tools out most of the time. So yeah, and I'm, the the family's shoving me into the greenhouse now. Elephant ears, yeah. So
What are
drop
elephant
drops here,
ears?
the amazing drop. You like drop? Looks like looks looks like only one in the rebellion today. Drop. Yeah, the revolution's being televised today, and it's the what and it's the well.
Mini
See,
monkey.
one on their own's quite well behaved, but when they all come in at the same time,
There.
um, yeah, when they all come in at the same time, it goes a bit
Mini
crazy in
monkey.
here. So Mini Monty, lol, she's double your, she's your double. I've just put my little one to bed. You're saying you look like me. She's not going to be happy with that, you know. She's not going to be happy with that at all.
Baya says she's a boy version of Emma,
No.
but a bit smaller.
She'll be looking in the mirror saying, "No, I don't look like you." See, oh, wives always invade your space by putting their stuff in it. Exactly. Do you know? Just in this bedroom, right? I've got one drawer and half a wardrobe, and my one drawer started off as a nice one drawer, and I've got one corner of a drawer. So the drawer's got all these little boxes and stuff, these containers and separator things in there, and I only have one corner of that drawer now. So I used to have one drawer, now I've just got one corner of a drawer. I'm looking at my wardrobe now, and I can see my wife's dress hanging out of it.
Same over there.
So yeah, um,
I can see it over there.
all yeah, it just gets taken over. Uh, so Donjing looks like Pillsbury Doughboy, and there's and it's 3 inches long, white, and covered
The
like a half
amazing
moon.
drop only
That sounds
one
very
key
interesting.
in my pocket. The amazing drop only one key in my pocket.
Khadi, is that a
Huh?
Build-A-Bear?
This? No,
I
I don't know. Nanu got it for me.
I don't know what kind of bear this is. It's not like a bear I've ever seen before.
No,
It looks a
I
bit,
don't know what it is.
yeah, it looks
Is
a
it,
bit, I don't know what it
Nanu
is.
got it for me.
Yeah, Grandma got it for her. Wife, my wife made sure she stuffed my garage with all the stuff. Why does that happen? I want my little bit of space. You know, like I don't ask for much. Just give me a little corner somewhere and just leave me alone. Um, See, we've got some crawl space under our house. The house, the level of the floor is about a meter and a half above the ground outside. But we haven't got a cellar. So what I was thinking was cutting some stairs in from the kitchen and just removing some of the rubble that's in there because it's not like solid earth. It's just a lot of builder's rubble that was just left in there. If I clear that, then I could have like a little cave down there. But I know as soon as I do,
Cave.
then someone will, yeah, my wife will decide that I don't deserve it anymore, and she needs it for something. It's a work in progress, but slowly turning into my workshop. It's a brick shed. Used to be the okay. See, they're decent spaces then, Sam. They can be some pretty decent spaces.
It's
Um,
an it's an adorable bear.
yeah, Heather says your bear is adorable. Ian Matthews is in the house. How are you doing, man? See, it's been ages. Ian's finally mustered up the courage to
Is
come
that
all the
Max
way over
Lotman?
from Lancashire and say hello over in Yorkshire.
Is that Max Lotman?
See, is Frank still here? See, my best Yorkshire buddies, is he still here?
Tomorrow is clean up day.
Who's going? So,
I am Matthew's hello boss.
so we have chop and drop to do and apples to pick. Much love and
Fish
respect.
with fishes.
Howie, have a great evening. You take care. Enjoy the rest of your harvest. uh, Tomorrow's
UK, here we
clean
go,
up
it's
day.
going.
See, Frank,
Bye-bye.
I've still got. I'm hoping to finish up my sister's house tomorrow. I don't want to. Yeah, I've spent about 6-8 weeks there now, and I just want to get it over and done with. So I think tomorrow, if I can get the last little bits of painting done, then that's me done there for a while. Yeah, and then I can get back to my garden because I still haven't got my winter onions in yet. So Frank's asking, did he apply for a pass? See, Ian saying that girl on your lap was about 5 the last time I saw her. She's growing, isn't she?
Who?
Ian Matthews is saying you looked like you were 5 the last time he saw you. He hasn't been in the chat for a while.
Oh.
Have you been all right, Ian? How have you been keeping?
Which one's Ian?
There. Do you know the big
Ian
blue one?
Matthews.
Ian Matthews.
Ian.
Mr.
This
Iron.
sounds a lot
He
when
is an
Diamond
Iron
said.
Man. He is an Iron Man.
Who?
Ian Matthews is an Iron Man. Yeah?
Oh, it says Ian.
Ian.
Ian. He's
I've got to dig up my parsnips and carrots today.
Sam's a lot more directed if Grandma
So
got...
no, Tony's not going. Tony's
It's
still
a stick,
sticking around
though.
for a bit. Sam's allotment diary saying hello to Frank. Frank's been here for ages, man.
Frank.
He's just been a bit quiet today. Your troubles start when your daughter reaches her teens. Brian, it's do you know she's behaving because she's saying in front of all you guys, but the proper the attitude starts a lot younger now. Do you know I would never have spoken to my parents the way these guys. Do you know the way these guys speak? Yeah. Yeah. No, none of that. I'm doing fine, but been in bed and work for a while. Okay, Dave's calling you.
I'm
Off you
coming.
go.
You can start now.
You want
You
me to
go.
keep? Okay, thank you. So I'm getting to keep it there. So Ian sounds like have you been quite busy, Ian? You're not alone. I still need to get my onions in. Yes, Sam. I need to get my onions in. My winter onions in. I was thinking of, is it too late to plant winter onions from seed? Because normally I plant sets around this time. I'm quite new to growing onion seeds. I think last year was the year that I went all out on onion seeds, and I was quite happy with the way they did. So from sets is fine. Seed too late for winter. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. I was because yeah, I haven't even ordered my sets yet. But I haven't ordered my sets. I haven't. I've got my onion seed for next year, but I haven't ordered my sets yet. So I think I should. I need to get some onion sets and get some planted. But what I did as well was, you know, some of the spring onions the onions that I harvested a couple of months ago. Um, the ones that didn't quite grow to maturity, I left them in the ground, and I can see them sprouting now. So hopefully we'll see what they do after winter. They're either going to bolt really quickly, or they'll give me something a bit better than what they are already. So I need to take my tomatoes out and dress the bed with fresh topsoil. Oh, Frank, I'm losing your comment. Um, add sulphur. My garlic and onions are in. Christmas spuds are romping along most past it. See, I saw the picture of your spuds. Your spuds look amazing. All my potatoes have, yeah, the tops are all dead. I just need to pull them when I need them. My eldest is out clubbing tonight. Oh no, and I won't sleep till she gets home. Is that the first time, Bish? Because that's going to be a scary time. Yep, our firm got sold. New owners keeping us busy. I didn't think so. Oh, good luck, Sam. Oh, really, real good luck. Good luck for that. And it's finally nice to see you having some progress on that front. Um, we're still wait. I got a phone call back in September saying that we've made it to the waiting list. So at some point, and that was after it was about 6 months before that we got referred to by our doctor. And I got a phone call in September to say yes, you've made it to the waiting list. You're on the waiting list. So I don't know how long we're going to be on the waiting list till I see my boy. But good luck with that, Sam. Tony, I've got 20-year-olds and a 29-year-old and a 6-year-old permanently knackered. It's not easy. It's not. Tony, have you got children? So Tony's 44 now. His missus is 51, and I don't know how she does it. Uh, he's a good looker for 44, isn't he? My youngest is actually like a moody teenager. She's 5. See, Sophia, that's what I'm saying. You know, these kids, they're getting stroppier as they get. You know, as time's going by, they're getting stroppier. Yeah, it's crackers. So that's what gardening does for you. All that gardening done has done you good. Absolutely. You know the sun. As soon as winter comes, my body starts really aching. But once we get to the summer, it's like medicine. It's like medicine that's yeah that the rays of the sun are just like medicine for me. It's absolutely awesome. Um, I'm still picking up salad every day in my indoor greenhouse. That's see, I've got some chard, and I've got some lettuce, but those lettuce, yeah, they look kind of pathetic. So I don't know what they're gonna do. with a family like mine, I'm 64. I'm going on 104. So Tony's got three kids, 15, 10, and his daughter's nine. No, a 10-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old boy. Okay, okay. So, snap on your 9-year-old. I've got nine. Yeah, 9-year-old boy. I had to check then. Um, and a 7-year-old girl, and a 2-year-old boy. So, if you're not on the waiting list, keep on at them. That's what I did. See, Sam, it took about 6 months just to get on the waiting list. We got a phone call in September to say, here, we're here for you if you need us. But you've finally made it to the waiting list, and now you're just gonna wait. So I don't know how long we're gonna wait, but yeah. So I start to hibernate this time of year. Linz, I wish I could just hibernate this time of year. Do you know, if I could just curl up? But this is my busiest time of the year at work as well. Do you know, tax return season. So I mean, I'm not massively, I'm not a massive firm or anything like that. But just coming at the end of so December, January, these are my busiest months of the year. So I'll come February. I'm literally crawling because I'm that tired from work, from the garden, from studying, from everything. I'm just absolutely shattered. So my Beckett's kicks in over the winter. What's that, Tony? I don't know what that is. Um, I have six cats. So Heather's got six cats. Um, I miss going down the plot at 5 a.m. Get uh, need help getting to the scooter, and the wife won't get out of bed at that time. I don't blame her, Brian. What are you doing at the plot at 5 a.m.? You won't catch me getting up at that time. 10-year-old boy here going on teenager. See, Linz, they're all about that sort of age. They get proper. They're starting to get that teenager vibe already happening. My son seems to have an answer for everything. Do you know? You can say the simplest thing to him, and they've got an answer for everything. Um, it's an autoimmune disease like MS. Wow. Okay. So sorry to hear that, Tony. Um, wow. Um, I asked my daughter. I asked my daughter to pop upstairs and grab my charger. To her reply was, "It's about time you brought it down when you get up at 7 going. Yeah, 7 going on 17. See, see. I said something to my son not so long ago. Just like fetch me something, and he's like, "I'm not your slave." And I'm like, "Well, actually, you are." See, as long as yeah, as long as I'm your dad, you are my slave, and get used to it. Was my answer. uh, so Lindsay's boy is the size of a 13-year-old. Okay. See, my 9-year old's the size of a 7-year-old, so he's a bit small for his age. But I'm not exactly a giant myself, so my 10-year-old daughter is wearing 14-year-old clothes. That must be difficult. Yeah, that those kind of things are quite scary. I'd be very. I don't know what I'm gonna do when my daughter starts growing up a bit bigger. I'm very scared of those times. I am really worried about those times. Um, so we'll see. Um, so all the timings is used to work by. So Brian's still. See that? See, Brian's been working all his life, and he's been in that routine all his life, and that's what's keeping him fit and healthy still now. and keeping him active. What waiting list are we all talking about? Um, it's a hospital waiting list for assessment with children with special needs. So I've been waiting on that waiting list for 6 months just to get onto the waiting list, and then I don't know how long it's going to be till we finally um, get the full waiting list. Get to see a doctor. Um, I seem to be missing some of the chat for some reason. Frank, are you on live chat? Are you on top chat? Because if you're on live chat, it'll give you the full everything. But if you're on top chat, it'll only give you the highlights. Oh, he's on live chat, so he's already on live chat. There's no land left here. 5 acres, 3 bed house will cost about $800,000. Wow, that sounds crazy expensive. That. See, I'd love about 5 to 10 acres and a small house, but where I am, I'm right slap in the big middle of the city, and I've managed to get. It was a 3 bedroom semi, but we did a loft conversion a few years ago, so it's a 5 bedroom now. And because we're on a corner plot, we've got a massive garden. It's 50 meters lengthwise. So that's why I get to use half of it for my gardening, and the kids have taken over the rest. Um, so problem with my daughter is she's at her best when I'm in the house, but the minute I go out the door, yeah, yeah. Some I think a lot of kids are like that. It's mad how hard it is to get seen these days. It is. It is just NHS waiting lists were brilliant, but it's just gone crazy. Um, that's what the small holdings costing around it. It's crazy that kind of money. And there's a lot of there seems to be a big drive for people, especially do you like in the 80s they used to call them yuppies. There seems to be a big drive for yuppies to start moving out and towards the country now, um, taking up quite a bit. I think they're driving prices up a bit, but I'd love about 5 to 10 acres. Um, See, Bish, I'd do that. Do you know, a 1 acre lake, 1 acre lake, and if you've got it on a hill, 1 acre lake at the top, and then 1 acre lake, one acre, and a lake at the bottom with a stream flowing through them. That'd be amazing. I took my eldest to the GP when he was about 18 months ago because he wasn't developing as he should. The doctor told us that it's likely autism. See, Sophia, that's basically the same story I've been having since my son was about 4. We're still trying to get a proper diagnosis. Still dreaming of going full time on YouTube and buying my own land. Uh, what do you think it'll take for you to be able to get to go full time on YouTube? Lindsay's off. She's got to go. She's got a trip to Kendal tomorrow. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, Linz. Really appreciate it. Have a great night. And have fun at Kendal. And bring back some mint cake. Um, fish with Bish. You can find some land in the USA for around 5 to 30K per acre. Hmm. It, but it took almost a year to get a specialist for a formal diagnosis. Have you got your formal diagnosis now? Yes, you have, because that's what one of you. I saw your video. Uh, so it'd be great to grow koi. Uh, I'd love a proper. Do you know? Well, this is one of my jobs for the winter actually. I want to fix my pond up. Uh, I want to put a proper liner in, make it a lot yeah, fix it up a little bit. Um, Need to turn around 4K a month to be able to walk away from my job. What will that take in terms of views and in terms of subscribers? Do you think to get to that sort of level? Um, See you later, Linz. Yeah, Linz. Oh, Lisa Carter's here. Carter's Eat is here. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Absolute legend. Yeah, we love Carter's Eat. My daughter's just gone downstairs, Lisa. Otherwise, she'd be saying hello. Um, yeah, she's been missing you as well. I was in your live the other day. I said hello, and then just as I said hello, you stepped away. So it was the first time I caught you live for a long time. Um, Benny's, sorry I can't pronounce the second part of your name, but thank you very much for coming in. Uh, all the way from Germany. Thank you very much. You want acres of land, want to move to Canada, but Canada's cold, man. Canada's proper cold. It's not like British cold where we get like 2 inches of snow and the world ends. It's like real cold, feet and feet of snow. I can't do that. See, I struggle. I'm struggling now. Do you know it's autumn and we're down to about 9, 10 degrees. I'm struggling now. Uh, I can't do outside of yeah, I can't do outside of that kind of temperature. Uh, I can't see any of Tony's posts for some reason. Ah, can you see his name? Can everyone else see Tony's posts all right? After my first assessment, she openly said I've got lots of traits. It's not easy, Sam. How long before you get a formal? Oh yeah. I remember you got yours. It doesn't all come from YouTube. I have the website too. In the middle of making a load of digital courses. So many pies. At the moment, YouTube is giving about 1K on AdSense, but AdSense is just the. Um, you haven't been blocked, man. I can see just the icing on the cake. I can see you. Mike's allotments. Um, Same signing off for the night. Mike, thank you very much for coming in and hanging out. Take care. We'll see you soon. Um, so Frank hasn't blocked him, so I'm lucky as I'm still in contact with my school support working, and she's backing me up and everything. Actually, parts of British Columbia, Canada, is like England, not much snow. Ah, right. That's not a bad idea. Jazz is here. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. How are you keeping? How are you and the family today? Heather's off. Heather, thanks for hanging out for so long. You have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. British Columbia has zones better than England. See, I need warm. I need warm, but Canada, it's a bit far, isn't it? That would be mad. Me moving to Canada, that would be mad. That would be yeah, that would be. UK here. It's good. It's worth get. Is it worth getting a website? I'm doing fishing coaching sessions. Um, so hit the bell icon, unsubscribe, and then subscribe again. Seattle maybe gets snow twice a year. British Columbia is just north. Ah, okay, okay. I've been subbed to Tony for age. No, Frank, I was just wondering why you're not seeing his messages if someone clicked something by mistake. Uh, but Fish with Bish, yes, mate. I got around 360 360k views on my YouTube a month. If you get just 100k on your YouTube website on views on your website, you can get a premium ads that pays 4 times more than AdSense. Oh, that's very interesting. Uh, Jazz is saying I'm very good, thank you. We've been hibernating with this down weather, sorting out the new pantry. See, Jazz, I've been sanding a floor in my sister's house, and well, I started sanding it last weekend, so I planed it all down. Um, Finished sanding it yesterday today, and I got the first coat of varnish on. So I'll give it a light sand tomorrow with a fine sandpaper and get the second coat of varnish on. But it's looking nice. It's looking really nice. If you can make your own course, you can sell it through your site. Ah, see, Tony's onto a money making scheme here. See, I'm sat in an office all the time, and I just want to get out of the office life. I don't want to be in the office anymore. I want to be out. If if I could have a few acres and just sit on that, um, yeah, that'd be it. Solar foraging video, excellent stuff. If you want to freeze on the plains, want to move to, I can't drop. I'd be dead if it stays around zero for very long. Yeah, I'll turn into an ice cube, man. Uh, we've nearly got it there, drop. So I finished the kitchen floor today. Well, no, I got the first coat of varnish on the floor today. Tomorrow I'll hopefully get it finished. So blogs can grow quickly. You just need one to take off, just like YouTube. It's getting that right one to kick off. Um, yeah, if you can get one, the thing is, you can. How'd you get that one to kick off in the first place? Sam, have a great evening. Thanks for sticking around for so long, and we'll see you soon, mate. I'm sat in burning buildings all the time, so I win. At least you've got a bit of excitement. Everyone's saying bye to Sam. Smoking Joe's here. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. How are you keeping? I hope you're well. Please hit that like for me as you're coming in. So we've got 13 people, 17 likes. If anyone hasn't hit that like for me, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like, I'd appreciate that. If you get a if you get a blog to take off, you can make some money on ads. I've got a friend and his cooking site called I Want to Be a Chef. Ah. But how did you get it to take off though? That's the thing. Here is a bit of advice. Here's a bit of advice for both of you guys. Target one keyword in your video and nail it. So speak about it and make sure it's on your thumbnail and make the video full of info. It's knowing that. How do you do your keyword research? Because I'll make I'll I very rarely plan a video. I'll sort of go out. There's a few videos that I've planned. I mean, the growing ginger one was one that I planned. The cover crops one was one that I planned. Um, and the seaweed fertilizer was one that I planned. But I very rarely plan a video. It's like that day something will come into my head. This is what I need to do today. So I need to clear this garden bed. How am I going to clear the garden bed? I'm going to use my chickens. So I'm going to do a video on using chickens to clear garden bed. and that's basically my thought process. Um, so it's what I need to do that day is what I video and talk about. Um, UK we got. I know. I actually build websites and work with marketing companies. So drop. How do you get that one thing to take off? Tags on your blogs give you more traffic, but it's so hard to keep up with the amount of content that's out there. Uh, you know, because they're all targeting those same words that you're going after. Use the alphabet method. Tell us about the alphabet method. Tell us about the alphabet method, Tony. Or is that something that's quite famous? And if I Google that, I'll find what it says. Not tags on the web on the video. They're not used so much, but Google now encodes your video with written caption control words. If you say it in your video, that's how Google uses it. Ah, okay, okay. Because I don't think I ever, I very rarely speak about what I'm doing. Do you know the title of my video in my video? You can get a plug in. You can get a plugin for Chrome which shows you how often something is searched for. Tweak your title and description and tags around those. What? I've got something called TubeBuddy. Is that the plugin that you got that you're referring to? But it's not. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. I don't because it tells me that I come up for all these great keywords, and the keywords are being searched loads and loads, but I never seem to get uh, clicked. If that makes any sense. So I don't know how accurate it is in terms of those search word predictors. Because every time I look for the keywords, it tells me that I'm listed for loads of them. But I don't know. I don't monetize. I would end up owing YouTube money. Uh, I just enjoy myself. See that's see Brian. I was hoping if I could get this to earn a bit of money and I can start doing something that that I actually enjoy doing. That's what I wouldn't mind. Long tail keywords you need to target. You can look into eBrands, one firm we've just used in the past. What? Tell me about that drop. Okay, the alphabet method is type in your keyword into Google search, then put two spaces before the keyword you want to target, and it will suggest long tail keywords. This is what you want to target as your. Um, I'm trying that. I am trying that. See, I'll put in like I can't remember what like the last instructional video that I did that I can think of was how to grow make seaweed fertilizer. So I typed in how to make seaweed fertilizer, and then I can't remember what the rest of it was, but all my keywords were focused around that, and a few of the ones that came up in the search. It depends on the weighted bit. Uh, Hit me up later. I'll talk you through it. Okay, nice one, nice one. I appreciate that. No, not true, buddy. I don't like that. It plugs into your browser. I'll message you about it. Nice one, Jazz. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Just opened a Word document and cutting and pasting UK Here Grows info. It's good stuff. It ought to be. He's been at it for a good few years, and if you look at the quality content that he puts out, he's a really professional guy. So, yeah, he's putting out some decent stuff. Enjoying yourself is the most important thing. People can see if you are having fun making your videos. Yeah, I think they can. I think they can. Oh, sorry guys, I'm yawning. I'm getting a bit knackered. I'm getting a bit tired now. I was knackered when I started, and I'm going for it now. Um, it's very good stuff. His videos prompted me to test my soil pH levels. Uh, what's he gonna go check out? He's gonna go check something out. Okay, Tony's gonna check something out. Makes me worry when he's checking something out. um, See, I'm new to YouTube, so I don't know how much about the add-ons here. But the blog I write has gained massive traffic after like a couple of months. I thought it was because I used tags. Do you know, Sophia? Do people just turn up on your blog, or do you spend time advertising it in different places? Because do you like my YouTube videos? I spend ages, posting them in different groups on Facebook, in different forums, trying to get traffic in that way. Um, I've done all that SEO stuff in the past before they even handed out degrees for it. I formerly was an R&D engineering for 18 years ago before I switched to the web. Uh, got got to SEO chat Monty if you want to learn. Go to SEO chat Monty if you want to learn from ground up with tons of SEO tools. Okay. So, do you like SEO chat? Will that help on YouTube? Do you think, or will that just be good for a blog? This has been very useful live feed. Thank you. No, thank you. It's you guys that make these lives worth being in. Because I just like today I rocked up and I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I was just going to talk about my body aching, uh, and it was going to be quite a miserable chat. Yeah, it's just going to be about me being in a bit of pain from a hard day's work, and that's what the chat was going to be about. But you guys every time you make this chat worth me coming back every weekend, and I appreciate you guys for coming back and bearing with my ramblings every weekend as well. So yeah, thank you. Uh, what blog form do you use? I've always wanted to do one, but not got around to doing it. SEO chat is good too for SEO. I don't advertise it apart from just posting on Facebook and Instagram. I can see the referral site, and it's a mix of social media and search engines. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna see. I was thinking. Do you know, Jazz? Do you know the last cooking video that I did? Do you know, like the plot to plate video? Um, See, so some really great info in this live. Um, I was thinking of doing some more of these kind of plot to plate videos because it's a little bit different from what most gardening channels do. I don't know what you guys think. What would be your take on it? So right on your seaweed fertilizer video, you tagged how to make seaweed fertilizer at home. This had real bad search volume. If you'd removed the at home section, search volume went through the roof, and there is hardly any competition for it. Ah, see, I was thinking that like how to make seaweed fertilizer is going to be a lot of competition. It's going to be really competitive because YouTube came up. TubeBuddy suggested that it was a really bad, video to target, keyword to target. So that's the reason that I didn't do it. It's hardly any yeah, social media marketing has really come along. Do you use Hootsuite? And your keyword was in the description, the same as it in the title. So is that not a good thing? Also, your keyword was in the description, the same as in the title. Homestead is really big on homesteading is really big on YouTube right now. Plot to plate would be a decent carry on from Monty's fork to plate. What's fork to plate? I'm not sure what Hootsuite is. Yeah, I love cooking videos. I'm gonna be doing cooking videos, preserving homebrew, etc. And now I have the second kitchen set up. Monty done. It's a tool that allows you to post once you get. Are you back?
Yeah. This I heard on the first video by me saying, I remember swimming tight down.
Okay.
Then I remember when
Okay.
Mum screamed then in the Zoom window when he was drinking wee in the car. He was saying, "Don't eat the things that went up and down there."
Right, now that's just thrown us completely off. So it's about putting each one into TubeBuddy and looking at the weighted results. Alternative small holding, tie it in with foraging. That would be awesome. Brian saying hello to you. That's a video series Monty Don did. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this fork to plate thing. Because I was thinking, because we did this plot to plate video yesterday, because I picked pointed gourds a few weeks back, and I told John Boast, one of the guys on Facebook, I told him that I'd get a cooking video out for it, and I finally got around to doing it yesterday and getting it posted yesterday.
Baby's coming.
Okay, right, guys. I think it's going to start getting a bit crazy here.
No, it isn't. None of them know I'm up here. So they won't come. This time.
So I plan to do what forage and use it. Rue says hello.
Rue,
yeah. What? Jazz is saying Rue says hello.
I don't want to smell
terrible.
I can't see it.
She's just come up from being downstairs, and they've been watching old videos downstairs.
Baby videos.
And we went to the safari park a couple of years ago,
and tropical world.
We drove through the baboon section, and one of the baboons decided to get up on the windscreen and do a wee right on the middle of the windscreen, and then rip one of my whiteys off and eat it. So yeah.
Then what happened to the? Then what happened?
So Frank did block.
No, I blocked. Was I Frank?
So look up Hootsuite, WordPress, etc. It'll help you set up WordPress site if you want. Just buy a domain name and get some hosting.
It's in the split.
So yeah, Frank, naughty.
Who's Frank?
Frank Caldwell, you know Frank. Okay, right guys, it's gonna start getting a bit exciting up here.
No, it isn't.
So I think I'm gonna end it here.
No. No.
I think I'm tired. I'm tired, sweetheart.
No, you just lie down and do your life. You lie down, I'll say.
Right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a day here. Tony, thanks very much for all the advice that you've given to us. Thanks everyone else. Frank, Frank's. I've got 2 Patreons, and Frank was my very first Patreon. I keep meaning to say thank you, mate, on one of these live streams, and I keep So Frank was one of my very first Patreon. So yeah, thank you.
Splits.
And everyone else, thank you very much for being here. I've had a great time.
Who else are doing a live now?
I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Who's doing a live?
And I'll see you guys 8 o'clock next Saturday. Take care, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Bye bye. Look, your hand.